Here they are, my old Citystromer and the old petrol Golf. And this one has a 1.8 liters petrol engine in it, and this one has an electric one. And I bought this one only for a spare part for the Citystromer, but when I did look at the red one here, it was actually sad to just take parts from it. So I took it to the Swedish car testing facility, and that's something that we have to do once every year here in Sweden. There was a lot of faults on the car, but it was not so expensive to repair it. So I did that, and now this old car is road legal again. So we can just take a quick little look at it. Okay, it's very... yeah, it's an old car. But I like it. So it's a lot of rust on it. You can see here and over here. Yeah. So the plan is now to remove the motor from my Citystromer and install that into this red Volkswagen Golf instead. And I do that because I need the gearbox now to my Leaf motor, so I can fit everything on that motor. And then this Citystromer will be standing without any motor, and I will not be able to drive it. So my plan is now to take the motor in the Citystromer and install that into this new spare part Golf instead, that now are road legal. So, well, I don't know if it will be road legal after I have done that, but I maybe have to go to the car testing facility again and see what they say about it. So now I will take those cars to the workshop and change the motors. So here we go, guys, and as always, very welcome. Sorry guys, I don't have my mic with me, but we can probably do this anyway. So here is the flywheel on that electric engine or electric motor. And there is the motor itself. I wonder how they have made this connection between the flywheel and the motor. It almost looks the same as my solution to the Leaf engine, or motor again. So I will just give it a few turns and see if this flywheel is completely true. I definitely see some movements, and I have to say that I have never felt any vibrations or anything like that when I have driven this car, so I think it's pretty forgiving. So here is probably the old adapter plate that was from that forklift that this engine came from the beginning. And then we have the Citystromer adapter plate here, I guess. This is the original one. And then of course the gearbox itself. So my plan is now just to take the other gearbox, because this one is going to be fit to my Nissan Leaf motor, because this one is completely quiet and nice. And the other one that was fitted in that red Golf have some noise in the fifth gear, so I have decided to not use that one together with my Citystromer, because I want the Citystromer to be perfect. So this one is going to be on the Leaf motor. So let's install the other gearbox to this motor. So I just pressure washed it today, so now it's pretty clean. It's still rusty though. The motor is now in place. And I have to say that I am pretty satisfied with the work. Just a few evenings here and the motor is already installed into this other car. So I have just connected the drive shafts and also the shift shafts. And now it will of course be a lot of more work that before I can drive this. Okay guys, it's time to turn on the ignition for the first time, and I have now installed the battery in the trunk, and I have a DC high voltage relay here that can handle up to 500 amps, and then I have connected the relay that will give power to the contactor to this speed controller inside here, and another relay that will power the speed controller itself with 12 volt, and I have taken that 12 volt from the ignition coil here. So I have just disconnected the load side of the ignition coil. So I'm only taking power from it. And I really hope that it will not be any sparks when I am turning on the ignition here, because then I know that something is really wrong. And something is probably going to be bad after that, or broken. So let's turn on the ignition. Alright guys, I think that it is working, and I will take it on the outside, and this is the first time that I try to move it by its own now on electric power. And then I am planning to just drive it home so I can get my mic and yeah, so you guys can hear what I say, at least a little better. So here we go. So here we have it guys, on the same spot, but 7 days later, and now it's electric. So I will show you the engine room, and then we are going to take a look at the battery, of course. So here it is, the speed controller, the motor, and the gearbox, of course. And I have all the fossil cables laying over there if I now want to install the petrol engine later on. I probably never will do that, but who knows? Let's take a look at the battery before we close this up. So I don't have any battery boxes in this car as I have in the Citystromer, so I actually built everything in the trunk here. I have the fast charging port here, and then I have the normal charging here. So this is 2 kilowatt and this is around 4.5 kilowatt. And then here is a 350 amp main fuse, and I am going to have this in a electrical box later on. But I decided to do it like this right now so I could test drive it. And yes, it's a lot lower. I will change the springs to a little stronger ones because it was low from the beginning, but it's not better now with that battery bank inside of it. So this battery weighs 160 kilos. So I don't know if I will be able to have the rear seat installed when I am trying to have this car road legal again. I have to see about that. I'm so sorry guys for all the wind noise. It's a small storm here. Alright guys, that was everything for now. I really hope that you enjoyed, and I really hope that I see you next time. Take care and goodbye.